define success.
Yeah. Sorry, you were going to say. So I was going to say that I used to, back in the beginning days, I was desperate to know how much other salon owners earn. Because I thought that when I earn what I thought should be earned is what would make me successful. But of course, back in the day, actually, there wasn't so much sharing. No one wanted to tell you or give up any information or anything, really. So
maybe now there's too much.
Maybe now there's too much as well. And equally, every salon is going to be different because the costs are different, the setup's different. You can't...
Comparison is a thief of joy, apparently, and it is so true, because you're just constantly focusing on what everyone else is doing, and it just bring that guilt and that frustration and everything else. I mean, define success, isn't it? The success to me is what you set out to do and what you set out to achieve. And success doesn't have to be, when we talk to a lot of clients, especially the new clients, and I want to grow. So what does that mean to you? And actually growing doesn't mean you need to go for more premises and more things and open another salon and open a franchise. Maybe it's simply having that work-life balance that you're craving for and you've been craving for a long time. Maybe it's being able to hire just 2 people instead of 5 because that's giving you more headache. That's success in itself.
So really, success is whatever you deem whatever you deem to be a comfortable and satisfied life as such, that you've got all the areas that you're dealing with is working well for you, then you're successful in your achievements. Your success is possibly, like you said, success could mean being able to run a business but not being there every day. Or success could mean to you that you want to take £5,000, £10,000 a month home with you, and that could be your success. It depends on your situation, doesn't it? So,
but I think it's always also going back, it totally is, ultimately, is stop comparing yourself, stop thinking it's better out there, the Instagram life that we're talking about, isn't it? Or look at that, they've got it sorted and they've got this, they've got that, and I haven't done this and I haven't done that, that should have, could have, would have. And I always think that really stops your growth. Stops the way it actually distracts you from what you have. But I do think it goes back to the satisfaction of what you've achieved and where you are. Right now at this present moment, where are you? And if you can assess, the level of success to some areas and the level of, I don't like to talk about failure in an area, it's more about challenges and how can overcome those challenges. Surely that's going to define that constant growth that you're looking after.
And I think it's what we're going to be talking about, or what we talk about as well, is celebrate the wins, isn't it? Because we don't do that enough. So it's about, we say to journal, about gratitude and intentions and things like that, but do we look at what we have achieved? And I think so many people don't stop and look at what you have achieved and where you've come, and how far you've come and what you've got over and what you've managed to get through and all of those. And it would be a good exercise to actually write that down sometimes when you're feeling like, I'm not sure if I'm successful or not. What does what will make me
measure it?
How do I measure it? Am I successful because I've won the last 5 awards in, professional beauty, which is amazing, and the awards are brilliant to go for and all of that. But is that what you class, I will be successful when I win an award, or when I'm a multi-award winning clinic or salon, or I will be successful when I have 10 people working for me? It depends how you feel about it. I think a lot of the time it is monetary. I do think for some people,
I think it's monetary to some extent. I think it's monetary if money is not a stress, and you're not constantly looking at your cash flow thinking how I'm going to pay with my staff. To me, that's a stress, and that's definitely something you need to get support on, and that's what we do best, isn't it? Get that support of like, okay, how are we going to build your cash flow? But I think when you don't have that financial burden or scare on a monthly basis, that becomes you have more rooms to become more successful in whatever area you want to do. You've got more choice, I guess, in a way. But I also think that somewhere along the line, when we define success, it's about understanding that the success you set out to do could very much change depending on the circumstances.
Yeah.
Are you successful purely because you've overcome the last couple of years
Yeah.
of ups and downs,
You're
and
still here.
listening
Yeah.
to the news, 1 minute is this, next minute is that, and another one is, so it feels like you had so much ups and down over the last 2 years. Isn't that a success to still be there standing as a business owner?
Absolutely. Well, it's success in our eyes, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it's and in most people's eyes. But yeah, I think that is a really difficult question to answer in a definitive way, because everybody's success is different, isn't it? And things mean different things to people. So, that time could be success for somebody, having time in their life. Just managing to get time for yourself could be mean to you that you're successful, you've achieved what you've wanted to achieve, you set a business up, it's working effectively, and you've got time in your own life, and that could mean for you that you're successful.
I was talking to an owner not long ago who constantly thrived to do more and have more, and every month, like you said, monetary, being able to earn more, because in her view it was all about building more and more and more, and growth and growth. Obviously the last 2 years she went through back and forth with some team members and was unable to kind of recruit to the extent that she wanted. So we now really stripped it all back down to the basics. She has less staff, less headache, takes less money, for sure, far less than what she used to take, but she's still profitable, and she's still managing, and she's finishing on time, and she's having a Wednesday off. And can you put a value to that? To me, that's a success, really, in that sense, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
But it's being able to acknowledge that, and acknowledge that. There's a really good exercise I did when I first became a consultant all these years ago. And I was listening to, I can't remember what it was, I think it was a podcast of some sort, where they were saying that just take a piece of paper, put a line through it, and just start with today in the middle. So today's 2022. Go back 10 years, and for every year you write down, how much you earned, what was your situation on a family level, what was your situation on a professional level, and how happy were you? And you go back 10 years, and it's amazing what you realise. Actually I've gone through this, actually I've forgotten about this. Oh wow, this is when this happened. And look at me, I'm still here now, and actually I feel more successful than I were there. And acknowledging those ups and downs, and like you said, celebrating the wins of what you've achieved. I think it's just so important, and that really helped me. And then what they said is you then move forward for 2000, so you do 2020, and then you go to 23, 24, 25. Again, didn't have the 5-year plan. Not that early, but it became more and more apparent as I went along. Actually, now I know where I want to be in 5 years. Maybe it's because I get older. So I need to know where I'm going in 5 years. But it's kind of acknowledgement. So the success is how you feel, I guess.
How you feel, yeah. But I think the ultimate key is not to measure yourself against any other business, because I think I certainly started that way. I didn't want to look at any other company and see what they were doing, the salon up the road or the salon a bit further down the road. I was always very much focused on what I was doing, what my intentions were, what I wanted, and how I wanted my business to run, and not to measure myself against anyone else's. However successful they were, I wanted to be unique in what we did. Your journey. Yeah, I was on my journey. I wanted my team to be on my journey. So if anyone ever sort of said, "Oh my God, so-and-so down the road, you started doing this, have you seen?" And I'd be like, a bit indifferent really, because I'd be like, but we're fine as we are. So not that I didn't keep an eye out for, what other people are doing, and sort of maybe getting ideas, but never close to home. I'd always go further afield and research and things. But that to me was my success, really, was that everything really was born by my own initiative. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't the only salon doing, for argument's sake, HD brows or anything, but it was very much born from what I wanted and what the team and I wanted to create.
And maybe if you need to question, when do I know I'm successful? Perhaps it is that you, number one, haven't got that satisfaction of where you're at the moment, and that frustration, constant frustration. So maybe it's revisiting a little bit of that kind of what you want to achieve by the end of next year, and how you're going to achieve that, and really have that laser focus on that, because everything else won't matter so much, and that will be your success. So all you have to do now is press the subscribe button and join us every week for an insight chat.
And if you have any burning questions that we haven't yet answered, then just pop in the comments below or send us an email and we can include them in one of our weekly chats.
And also we have started this amazing community of like-minded salon owners to join us on a monthly basis with our Insight Chat subscription.
Yeah, on that chat as well, you'll also get access to lots of free downloads and content that can really support you in your business.
And thank you so much for listening.
And we'll see you next time.